This is part 3 of an introduction to Internet marketing and how to make money online. Hi, Ron here again, and I'll be your host for this video series. First, you need to make a list of anything that comes to mind that might be a product that you can sell. If you think of something, but you don't think you can sell it, write it down anyway. This is just to clear your mind. It's very important. You might be able to use it later on, or it might even give you another idea for another product. Just don't discount anything that you are thinking of. Always write it down. A few of the major categories that you might give thought to are hobbies and sports, sewing, cooking and recipes, maybe tips on your activities, recreational activities, like camping and boating, household chores, painting, maybe even washing and waxing or complete detailing of cars and motorcycles, or recommendations on places that you've been and things to do, toys and puzzles, pets, scorpions and birds, fishing and scuba diving, maybe radio control airplanes, cars and boats, hunting, water sports, and hiking. Everybody loves to hike, well, most everybody does. These are just to give you ideas. I'm sure you can come up with a list that is much larger than this. This list was just meant to stimulate your brain. Use your past activities and your present activities to give you other ideas of large categories. When I first moved to Orange County, California many years ago, it was an agricultural area. I was only in first grade, but I still remember quite a few things. I do remember we were surrounded by strawberries, bean fields, tomato fields, and literally thousands of orange trees. I think that's why they called it Orange County. The nearest market was about 2 miles to the north, and the liquor store was about a half a mile to the east, and the only thing in between was thousands of orange trees. I remember my father used to say, "Hey, let's go for a drive and see what's new." Since there wasn't many new buildings or even old buildings, it was pretty easy to spot something new in the area. That was our family outings for many Sundays. And every now and then we'd see a large bean field or tomato field just disappear overnight. And then we would see that the new buildings were being built. And it would only take about a week between the time we saw the bean field disappear before they started building. When they started building, hey, we'd keep an eye on it because we were sure curious to see what it was going to be. There might be something that we would like. I remember we used to even watch the searchlights in the sky, you know, the ones that go back and forth, shine on the clouds. That was usually for new businesses that opened or grand openings. When a store did open, everybody knew about it, word of mouth, because there wasn't very many stores in the area. So everybody would go take a look-see to see what was there. If you go to the searchlights in the sky today, it's probably just going to be an advertisement, and you're just going to be disappointed. Or it might be just a plain old sail or a white sail. Nothing important or spectacular as a grand opening or a brand new business. Today, if you drive around looking for new stores, you're probably not going to see them. There's just too many other stores out there to notice anything new. And besides, if you're constantly taking your eyes off the road, there's a pretty good chance you're going to end up into an accident. Now, just stop and think. If there's another car out there that's also looking for new stores, now there's 2 of you not looking where you're going. It's an accident waiting to happen, so be careful if you do it. But I want you to transfer these ideas and apply it to you, working out of your garage or maybe even on the Internet. How is anyone going to know that you're there? In this day and age, it's pretty easy to notice when a whole shopping center opens up, or even one of those small strip malls. But it's only going to be the local people that notice the new shopping center, not the people in the next city, 2, 3, 4 miles away. They're not just not going to notice. And if you do have a store in a shopping center, you've still got a visibility problem. People weren't attracted to the shopping center because of your store, because it's new. They were attracted because of the 1 or 2 larger stores in the shopping center. And this may be a grocery store, a bank, or maybe even a large chain discount store. Now, if your store is right next to the store that got the people to get there in the first place, they may see your store, then more than likely they won't even notice it, since they're concentrating on the reason why they're there in the first place, and that's to go to the big store. They make a beeline to the entrance while trying to avoid getting hit by cars by the idiots looking for a place to park, and they never even notice your store. Now, if you're at the far end of the shopping center, what do you think the possibility is that your store is going to be noticed? And I'll leave you to ponder this for a while for yourself. If you're working out of your garage, who's going to see that small little sign that you stuck in the middle of your yard saying what you have for a product? If you've got a website, who's going to know your website's even on the internet? Remember, they do call it the World Wide Web for a reason, hence the www at the beginning of the address for a website. But we'll bounce back to the products a little later on and go into a little bit more detail. And we'll also hit on the subject of traffic. But first, I'd like to tell you about a product of my own. The basic package is completely free. It consists of 9 training videos on how to make money online. And that's why you're watching this video, how to make money online. These videos contain 10 hours of very detailed information on exactly what you need to do, why you need to do it, where you need to do it, along with tips and suggestions on how to do it. You'll also learn what not to do and why you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Remember, these marketing videos are completely free. There's no back entrance extra charges that you're going to find. These videos are free. All you have to do is go to www.scorpionmarkets.com and enter your first name and your email address in the boxes provided. You'll then have instant access to the training videos. You'll also receive follow-up emails with more links to more free training. Remember, there's no charge here. It's all free. Absolutely free. In a previous video, I said that it was much better to have your own product to sell so that you would get 100% of the products. And I still feel that way. Usually coming up with your own products seems to be very difficult for most people. I know it has been for me. I gave some general product categories for you to think about. Just general product categories, by no means complete. I also broke the forest down so we could get to the trees. In this way, you might be able to make a list and come up with some product ideas of your own. I hope that at least one person did and came up with a very, very good idea. But just in case you came up empty-handed, I'm going to try to stimulate your imagination a bit. If you only see a forest, you cannot see the trees that make up the forest. And if you look at each tree, now you can see things that you couldn't when you were only seeing the forest. Now, I want to give you an example of the need to clear your mind. Please see part 3B to continue with this video. And I'll see you in the next video.